Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Team Talk that is about what is the best workout or diet. Now, I get asked this a lot. As soon as anyone at a party finds out you're a personal trainer or you work in fitness, the first thing they are is like, oh, I need to lose a few pounds. Oh, I used to do this, but now I do this. What do you recommend? What should I eat? And last night I was at a wedding, no shade on the people who asked me this, it's fine, I'm used to it. And someone said, give me one superfood that's going to help me to lose weight. The answer is, I can't do that because there's no such thing. So whenever anyone asks me, what is the best workout or the diet? I always answer with a question, for what? It depends what your goals are as to what I, as a personal trainer, advise you to do, or what science would tell us to advise you to do. It depends on so many things. So what is the best workout and diet depends on your goal. How much time you have. Do you have a family? Do you not have a family? And that's from a point of view of, again, time. Finances have an effect. So do your preferences, what you're enjoying, what you don't enjoy doing, your body type. There are so many factors that affect what works for you. Your job, your stress level, how well you sleep, all these things will affect you getting your goals. So as we can see, one size does not fit all. So which is why I can't just give out advice when someone's like, tell me one food to eat. It's like, well, I can't, I'm really sorry. The social media and media in general always come out with attention-grabbing headlines, broccoli will save you from dying, ever, and give you immortality. They go on a tiny little bit of scientific evidence that one bit of isolated research has found just to get you to read their newspaper, because that's how they generate money. Simple as that. So there's a lot of misinformation or not very accurate information out there. So I want to give you some actionable tips because I don't just want to be like, there's nothing, there isn't such a thing. But one thing I find in my experience is we all need to include a bit more resistance training into our fitness regime. And resistance training is anything that adds load to your body. So it could be a resistance band, it could be using hand weights, it could be barbells, it could be using machines at a gym. All these things will add a load to your body. And if you want consistent results and to achieve change, you have to keep overloading the body because it adapts to what you stimulate it with. So you might start squatting today with 5 kilo weights. It's really tricky today. But in about 4 to 6 weeks' time, that's not going to be challenging. So the body's like, I can do this now, we're cool. You're not going to make any further progress, which is why you plateau. Which is why I, as a personal trainer, will constantly be asking clients to lift more weights over time or make it intense in different ways. But lots of people just focus on going for a run or doing a 1,000,001 sit-ups. The amount of adverts I have seen to give you a six-pack in 60 days, it's not realistic, people. If you want to see a six-pack, you need to reduce your body fat percentage. To do that, you usually need to be in a very calorie-specific diet, in a calorie deficit, so stuff like that. So any adverts you see like that, I usually click a thumbs down or report it. I am that guy and I am that anal about it. I will report it and be like, this is nonsense. You shouldn't be showing this to people. So we all need to think about including some resistance training into our lifestyle because that's going to build muscle, it's going to maintain muscle as we get older. So we all see those OAPs, and I'm not being disparaging or anything, but they shuffle around because they literally can't lift their legs up because their muscles of their quads at the front of your legs have usually wasted away. They haven't got the strength there to literally be able to walk, which is why they shuffle. So in my mind, I'm like, well, I need to build as much muscle as possible whilst I still can, then maintain it. Because after we hit about 60, that muscle density will start and decrease. The second thing I want to talk about is nutritional changes. If you feel you need them, maybe you want to eat a bit more nutritionally balanced, you maybe want to cut out things which are a bit more indulgent, reduce drinking maybe. These changes need to be sustainable. You can't say, I'm never going to eat or drink X, Y, Z again, because if you enjoy it, you're going to keep doing it. So when we're talking about nutritional changes and I'm working with a client, I have to factor in the time they've got to cook, how much money they've got to spend on food, because let's face it, it is cheaper to eat unhealthily. I see meal deals all the time that could feed a family for 2 or 3 meals, but it's not going to be that nutritionally balanced. So you also have to think about whether you enjoy cooking, about if you have a family and you don't want to cook loads of meals. You've got to think about your finances, as I mentioned. I have to think about whether you don't like certain foods, or maybe you're intolerant to certain things, or there are potentially religious reasons why you might not eat certain food groups. So all these things mean that you go to me, what's the best thing? I can't answer that because I don't know the answer to all of these things. And as I was talking about earlier, and personal preference, one thing that I think is completely overlooked when people want to start being more active, get fitter, is they just look for what they think will get them the results the quickest. They don't think about what they enjoy. So I enjoy Zumba, I enjoy aerobics, I enjoy working out to music. But that aspect of my training mainly focuses on my cardiovascular system. I, on the other hand, also enjoy going to the gym and lifting weights. I enjoy building muscle and seeing more definition in myself, and the challenge of, over time, progressing and lifting more weight than I used to so many weeks ago. I enjoy that, and I understand for everyone that it's not the same thing. I enjoy the gym environment. So there's so many things to factor in when you're thinking about being active or more active or getting into fitness or achieving your goals. You need to think about the enjoyment factor, because if you don't enjoy it, you see it as a punishment, you're not going to keep doing it. So, some takeaway tips. Try and focus on your health and longevity, not just fat loss, not just the scales, not just dress size. Focus on the process and enjoyment of that. We have too much guilt and shame around eating, about body sizes, about weight. There is so much stigma around that, it's unbelievable. And I am super conscious about the language I use now on social media with my clients. I don't call my classes toning classes anymore, because you can't tone muscle, you can build muscle. So I try and really limit my language that isn't helpful to the world. Also, there's a lot of misinformation on social media and in the news, so do take everything with a pinch of salt. If it suddenly comes out tomorrow that Blue Breeze, if you stick 2 up your nostril and hop on one leg, is going to stop you getting dementia, just be like, but am I really stressed? Am I getting enough sleep? Those 2 things will probably have a worse effect on your health than what you are eating. So there's so many factors to our health and well-being that we ignore, because we're like, if I go running, I'm going to be fit. Never mind the fact that your job is stressful, you're already short on time, you've hardly got any time to sleep. Do you see what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Let me know in the comments. Also, you need to accept that as fitness professionals and scientists and the world, we don't have all the answers. I have an amount of knowledge that I can store in my mind. I do my research, I stay up to date with what's happening in the world, but actually science hasn't got all the answers yet. We don't fully understand nutrition. We don't understand medicine completely. So let's just remember that, we don't have all the answers. So we might give advice today that in 5 years' time, we won't give advice on. And, even being in the industry in 10 years, I've seen some changes. We don't do things we used to do. Also, people want results now. Our lives nowadays mean we can get a food delivery within minutes. We can order something today. It can either come same day or tomorrow. We are a 24/7 economy world now, so none of us want to wait. We want to watch all of our TV show. Cool, it's there on demand. But now we expect the same from our health and fitness. And you're not necessarily going to see results overnight. You might not even see the results you want to see in a month. And how you're measuring your progress in your health and fitness is another whole can of worms. I've spoken about it before in a previous chat about the scales. Look at behavioral change. Are you eating a bit more consciously? Are you sleeping a bit better? They're big wins in my eyes with your health, fitness and well-being. So whatever you're doing there, right then, is your best workout and diet. So my conclusion, if you today are watching this going, I want to start eating a bit more nutritiously. I want to start exercising more. Number one, work out your why, your motivation. What is the thing that you want to achieve from it? Because that's even more important than my next point, which is set some goals, okay? They don't have to be a 1-year goal. They don't have to be 3 months. Sometimes we just need to get started. So this week, I would like to dedicate 2 15-minute slots to doing a bodyweight workout, to going for a walk, for having a light jog, something like that, to going to a fitness class online or in person with Matt Print. Maybe that's a goal, something achievable, small, but just get started. People overthink it. Lots of research, do a bit of research, speak to your GP if you've not been active for a while. But yeah, set some goals. Don't make them crazy, just get going. Some goals that get you and keep you going. And then finally, get support and advice, okay? Seek out professionals who you connect with, who resonate with you. If you don't get on with a fit pro and you look at them and think you're a bit of a beep, 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 don't bother asking them a question because you're not really going to listen to their answer, even if they are the most knowledgeable person. But always make sure the person you speak to has some knowledge, some qualifications, because there's a lot of celebrities, influencers giving out fitness, nutritional advice that aren't actually qualified. So just do a little bit of digging before you seek that advice as well. But get some advice and support. And what people don't do is talk to their family and friends. Talk to your family and friends and say, I want to do this because of X, Y, and Z. I'm going to start doing X, Y, and Z. I need your support. You don't want someone in the background dragging you back. You don't want someone holding you back and saying to you, oh, but I need you to. Oh, can you miss that because I want you to? We all have responsibilities and none of us have time for things we don't make time for. But it's really important to have that support around you of people who know and love you and you trust to be there for you when it's raining today, I don't want to go out for the walk. And your friend will be like, you can put a raincoat on. Or message me and I'll be like, put a coat on, get an umbrella, go out. So please make sure you're supported and you're seeking advice from someone reputable and trustworthy and knowledgeable, okay? So that ends kind of my chat about what's the best workout or diet. It doesn't exist because it'll be different for me, for you, for the next person. Even identical twins probably don't even have the same best anything. We are all different. We are not a pair of socks that one size fits all. There we are. So I hope that helps. I hope that resonates with you. And I love to come back and read your comments. So come, leave some comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.